as close as possible from the reality of this environment. So the book is not only for the fashion designer or fashion designing students, it's also for all the fashionistas, or the people like Alexandre, who likes very much fashion, like me, for example, also. So it's why, I mean, it's really all public. But in the same time, we wanted to build something professional. In the evening, there will be a workshop. So I will give, some example of activities that you can do with fashion. Very simple activities, but nice. And it's for alliances françaises, it's for university, colleges, even private tuition. So I will give you, so we'll do that basically. So we'll put a touch of chic and glamour and everything. So I'm not going to talk too long because I would like also to hear. I will actually speak also about the book that we designed with the Linguistic Center of CCIP, and we'll have the pleasure to hear Deepin's testimony about the topic. So we can. So this is the book. It's there also. You can, have a look at it. So, like I said, we use some authentic document. This is a sketch from Wendell Rodrigues. So we have. So I mix actually picture and I mix some page of the book. So, for example, this is a tâche finale for the evaluation. Excuse me. So actually, it's very actional, as the perspective is actional also because they have to do something. For example, here, you have to create something for the Saint-Valentin. The theme is the Saint-Valentin. Some other task is you have from picture of actress, Hollywood actress, French actress, Hollywood actress. You design something for this actress and you describe it. Because it's the communication. This is not a book on fashion activities. This is a book to be able to speak about fashion, to communicate about fashion. So we can there. So each page of the first page of the unit, we have like all the manual, the objective. So we have also in the book some culture pages also about fashion in France, fashion also in different countries, and within the time, the 20s, 30s, how was the fashion in 20s, 30s, and etc. And this is a zoom, we focus on something. So here it's on Louboutin. Everybody knows Louboutin. So that was during the fashion show in the backstage. So all those documents, those pictures are authentic documents. This is Deepin creation. So see the color, the color also, when we see the color, we don't see green, yellow, red, no, but we say jaune canari, rose bonbon, rose fuchsia, it's very glamorous. No, because a student in fashion designing or designer, he doesn't need to say rose. No, it's sweet pinkish, royal blue, bleu. But bleu royal, it's just, it does it. So that's why. So we can the backstage, défilé. Yes, actually, just one more. Actually, so we have 8 units. So we have the stylist world, You have inspiration, the forecast trends. We have a collection, a focus on collection. So there is 8 units. There is the fashion show. There is the boutique also. So we can continue. So this is a mood board, like we say, a mood board, panneau d'inspiration. So the student they have to comment it. They will have also to make one and to comment it. So see, it's still in their field, but they have to communicate in French. That also you can do that in your as a workshop also in your classes. Okay, you just put whatever you want and just do a mood board. So when we talk with fashion, actually we talk a lot about art because it's very tied. Art, sculpture, painting, theater, it's really, really tied to fashion. And excuse me. So this book actually is also to prepare the students to a diploma, a certification from the CCIP, the Linguistic Center of CCIP. Alexandre is in charge of the certification. So we built this diploma fashion. So in the book, at the end of each unit, you have a preparation for this diploma. It's a diplôme professionnel de mode, and anybody can go and apply for it. Deep in creation. It's nice, no? I like it. Okay. So it's very colorful, and the book is very colorful, and we wanted really to give it a touch of glamorous, to do something different. Fashion is different. Fashion is really something also, different. The boutique. The creation before from Zen and Moussi, they also participate actively to the project. So that's when we see the technique also. So you might wonder, but if I don't know anything in fashion, how can I use this book? Fortunately, there is a guide du professeur. So actually, we just finished it with Dominique, and it will be published. I don't know if it's already published or not. I have to check the information. So you have all the answers. You have not only the answers, but how to do the activities and with variation also. Huh? So don't worry. So this is Histoire de la mode. Hein? Et voilà. So I mean, you can have a course on fashion, or you can just have a workshop. I mean, it's up to you. There is so many things that you can do. But when I was in India, in France, in China, always when I was asking the students, what do you think about France? What is the first word who come to your mind when you think of France? Luxury, fashion. Or fashion, luxury, wine, cheese, or fashion cheese, So that's why I think it was a good idea to do something on fashion. That was a good project. So now we are going to finally let Divine speak.
So basically, I was in my second year when they started this project, and they invited me to be a part of it. And so basically, I didn't realize the struggle then, because I wasn't working back then. And now when I work with my French clients, I understand how difficult it is to communicate with them, because they don't understand the Indian terminology for these little terms. Like we have these local words like buttons and stuff. But I don't know the French terms for it. I don't know how to say the colors in French, so it gets a little difficult for the communication. So half of the time I have to use the clients. So that doesn't make sense. Exactly. So it's quite important because I did my A1 and A2 in French, but you know, you learn the overall language, but the specific part, the fashion, I don't know how to say those. What basically I need is the section fashion, you know. I need this book basically. So I think it's really important for everybody to understand fashion first of all. You don't have to understand fashion, it's just your interpretation, but I would say knowing what exactly you want, especially, that's what I think these books will help me learn and get more clients in France, basically. Yeah? No, yeah. Do you want to continue?
I forgot to tell you actually that when we visited the fashion school, we realized that most of them, they had French before, but they dropped their language courses. Because for two reasons. First, the curriculum is very, very tight, very, very heavy, but also because the students were not motivated to learn general French, because most of the time it was general French. So there was no motivation. There was no motivation, and so that's why finally, slowly, they stopped the classes. So when we went on the schools, when we told them that we are going to do something designed for you also, so they were actually very happy. So they're very happy, and so I spoke also about the Alliance Française, who is, you know, in a lot of cities. And I told them, but you know, you have also the possibility, because the book starts at A2, so you have the possibility to have A1 level with the Alliance Française, for example, and they can, I'm sure, so I spoke before with some director of Alliance Française in Ahmedabad and in Delhi, and they were very happy, and they said, yes, we can do A1 a little bit oriented in fashion. So for the Alliance Française, I think it's a good opportunity also to work closely with the fashion schools. So that's what I forgot to say. Do you have any question? See, I was short, huh?
So now do you feel equipped to deal with your French clients?
Well, somewhat, because I haven't, so I don't get it, I hate reading first of all. I can't focus, but so the CDs, it's very interactive. Sorry. No. So we had the subject French. So you know, when you start a subject, you learn the overall language, but except like what you need to know, basically. So it's still difficult for me because I'm still learning. So I have to sit with my digest. What do you call the thing? Dictionary. So it's like that, but I'm sure I'll get there.
So actually, you didn't plan to start French for fashion.
All the way.
Another question?
I have a question. All these books are very good and very well done, I understand, but sometimes for the Indian public, for the Indian students, it becomes too expensive, and they often do Xerox of parts of the books, and after that, you know, the main essence of this glamour and all are lost. So why not making a book like Take French, which is 400 rupees odd, and every student today in many of the universities are doing Take French and benefiting from it.
Okay, so actually we are in discussion with Langers and Clé International, because the book has been published by Clé International. And no, we are doing something like the other book. Yes, exactly. So that's why that was the problem also. And they don't have stock as yet. It will come. You know, that was the discussion we had. The commercial director of Client International came 1 month ago, so she met Goya Publisher and Angers. They don't have the stock right now, but we are discussing about the price. Exactly, it has to be affordable also. I completely agree. I completely agree with you. But I cannot tell you the price will be that much because this is not my part. So this is a discussion right now. Yes, we have also to adapt to the market. I completely understand.
In fact, there are some books under Dominique Frank. One is Take French. There are other books also, Carnet de Voyage. They are all suited to the need of the Indians because it starts off with the Indian students and their voyage, but deep into the culture and civilization. And they are very fascinating works, and this type of work should continue. Like Take French should have a second volume. Carnet de Voyage should have a second volume. Kind of things.
Carnet de Voyage and Take French has been designed actually in India, and it has been published in India. Actually, Take French, you can hear my voice in Take French. It was very funny to do the recording, actually, very, very funny. So, yes, but we are going to also to this kind of book also exactly to match with the what is published over here.
Indian horizon
Yes.
of the students.
But so I'm talking about the book today, but you will see for the workshop this evening, I'm not going to use the book. I'm going to use just a magazine, fashion magazine. I take some pages of fashion magazine, so I'm not using the book.
You know, doing force.
Sorry?
Brave force.
No, it's not reference. It's something lighter actually. It's something lighter. It's for the activities. It's just to put a touch of glamour on your in your French session. So you will see. So with nothing actually, you can do something very, very nice. So we'll see that tonight. This evening.
Thank you.
Question?